Hi, this is Christine Robinson. We're going to do another quick video on using the OFA database. Opening my browser, I'll type in at the search bar the URL for the OFA, which is ofa.org. And we pull up the home page for OFA database. Again, we're going to focus on this orange box up here. And I'm going to use the advanced search feature. I'm looking for a dog. Let's say he might be siring a litter coming up and I want to know more about him. So we click on the working group, and again, because I'm looking for a Black Russian Terrier, I'm going to click on Black Russian Terrier. The dog that I'm looking for, his name is Zuber. I don't really remember all of the registered names, so I'm going to put Zuber here in any part of the name. And then any Black Russian with that name is going to come up in my search. I'll click Begin Search. And I see there are two dogs that have Zuber or a name similar to Zuber in the name. In this case, I'm looking for Yazko Zuber at Galbraith's. And I'm going to open that record. This tells me the registered name of the dog, and he does have a chick number. Now in this case, the chick number is gray. This dog has passed on. But so he wasn't able to keep up with the requirements for the eyes because obviously he's passed on, but he did earn his chick number. We see his registered number, the breed, the sex, male, color black, his birth date, the dam and sire, his title was submitted for champion, and his chick number. Down below here we see the test that he's taken. And because this dog was older, the requirements for the chick number were a little different back when he acquired his. So we didn't have a test for JLPP, so that won't be listed here. And we didn't have the requirement for color testing, so those tests may not be listed here either. But he still did earn his chick number. And the results of those tests that were required at the time are here. We have passing hips, passing elbows, clear for hyperuricosuriasia, which again is not mandatory but often submitted, clear for the eyes, back then it was called a surf test, and clear for cardiac or normal cardiac. But we want to know more information about this dog. There's a lot more information here, you just don't see it. Up here in the orange, we are able to get additional information about this dog. One, we can click the vertical pedigree. This is a great tool to see the history of the dog and sort of what he has going on. When we click the vertical pedigree and then scroll down, we see this is Zuber right here. Zuber, in this case, we're looking at his hips. Fair hips, passing grade. He has 13 siblings in the database. 10 of them have good hips. 1 of them has excellent hips. So that information is here in Zuber's column. Underneath that, we see that Zuber has 9 offspring in the database. 4 of those have good hips. 1 of those has excellent hips. 1 had mild hips. And 1 had fair hips. So this tells us about Zuber, his siblings, whether it's in his litter or if it was a repeat litter, they're considered full siblings, and then offspring that he has that are in the database. Then we look further and we say, well, what about his father? We see that his father also passed his hips. His father has 16 offspring in the database, 10 good, 1 excellent, and 1 fair. The mother, listed here, also has good hips, passing score. She has no siblings in the database. Her offspring are 15 in this database. 10 of them good, 1 of them excellent, and 1 of them fair. Now because this dog is a little older and his parents were imports, we may not see paternal grandfather, granddam, maternal grandfather, granddam information. But see how we got a great history on his hips, what his parents were, what his siblings had, and how he passed that on to his offspring? The tests are listed across the top. So if we want to check this same information about his elbows, we click elbow. Zuber is still here. His elbows were normal. 13 siblings were in the database, and 10 of those were normal. 9 of his offspring were in the database, and 9 of those were normal. For the sire, there was no elbow results. For the dam, there's no elbow results. Don't be alarmed. It's common that on older dogs that were imports, we didn't get all of that information, and OFA testing wasn't quite as prevalent as it is now. But you do have good information on their offspring. The sire had 16 offspring in the database with 12 normal elbows. 15 offspring in the database for the dam with 11 normal elbows. Now, it does not mean that the 4 that are not listed here failed. They may not have taken the tests. So you can't make assumptions about what you see and don't see. This is just a tool to learn more about the dog or the dog's parents that you're looking to get a puppy from. This is a place where you can get information, and then where there's gaps in information that are important, those are questions you ask for your breeder or the sire's owner. This was originally a breeder tool, but truthfully it can be a great tool for the buyers too. So don't be afraid to use it. If you have questions about the OFA database and how to use it, go to email us at the top of the OFA page. If you can't get the information straight from the breeder, click here. You can get a lot of good information from OFA. They're helpful on the phone as well. So this is a great tool and a resource for future puppy families and dog owners.